and welcome to another episode of Wear Many Hats. My name's Rachel and this is the podcast totally dedicated to the FM and property industry. Today, I'm excited to have Ashley Diamond here. He is the COO of MetSpace. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here. I know a little bit about your background, obviously. So you're flex, aren't you? Or serviced offices, managed offices. There's all different titles, isn't there?
All I've ever done. It's all I know.
I'm pretty much like that as well. I've recruited for the...
Yeah, but it's a great industry to be in, which is why we can't get out of it.
Yeah.
We're stuck to it.
But it's exciting. And it's definitely a space that's not discussed enough, I think.
I agree.
Yeah. So how did you get here this morning over to
over here? So
Melbourne?
We're based on Carnaby Street, which is a good place to work, and nice sunny day. So I took a stroll over. Yeah. Nice busyness of Oxford Street, and then kept going. Yeah,
it's lovely. It's a lovely day today. We're blessed today.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to rewind a bit.
Yeah.
Go back. Back in time. So let's have a chat about where did it all start for you? You know, where did you sort of get involved and kick off?
Yeah, so it's my story is it's funny because where we're at now, it comes full circle back to where it all started. Mm-hmm. So. I would have been around 19. I'd just done an AAT, so accountancy qualification. Wasn't too sure what I wanted to do, so I thought be an accountant, nice and easy. Started going through that process. I think I had a job interview and I sat in there and I looked around and I thought this just isn't for me.
Wow, good insight though to just seeing it quickly.
So
you got right involved, couldn't you?
I know. So I'd actually done the first part. I'd done my level 3 AAT, and it was as I was about to start the level 4, I thought this just isn't for me. And I was on the way, trying to remember what happened now. So I had a friend who was working at a commercial property company called Metris, who was still around.
Yes, I know them.
And at the time, he was there effectively junior. In their office, in their sales acquisitions team, leasing team, and his boss was friendly with one of the owners at Reflex.
Okay.
And basically said, "You've got a young lad that works there. Does he have any mates who fancy doing a similar job for us?" So he sent me a screenshot of the email and said, "Do you fancy this?" And I think my response is, "What is this? What is this?" So I quickly went on Google. Try to see what a serviced office was, and went and had a job interview, I think the next day, which was a Friday. And I went there in the morning, put my suit on, which obviously it wasn't a work suit. It was probably like a wedding suit or whatever.
Whatever
turn up there trying to look as professional as possible. Had a really good chat with them. It just seemed like this is it's an interesting way. And it just, when it clicks, it makes sense. So at the time, obviously, the elements of a serviced office, the short-term nature, and you do everything for them. I thought, why is not everyone doing this? Because obviously being young at the time, I thought, well, everything should be done for you, right? Like it's just how it should be. So they offered me the job. They said, "Do you want to start on?" In fact, I was on the way up. A few of my friends were at uni because it was that age, having a great time. So I left. I had the interview, got on the train to Birmingham to go and see my mates, had a missed call from Rob, called him back, "Do you want to start on Monday?" And I was there thinking, well, I'm about to have a great weekend, but of course, so started on Monday. And that was literally it. So I went in.
The good old days.
I know.
Does that still happen? I don't know. I've had that happen. Obviously, recruitment was my background and in flex, funny enough. So, it used to.
It used to. But it was just kind of the stars aligned.
Lovely.
It was great. The stars aligned, started on the Monday.
Yeah.
And as I said, I'm still doing it. So
4.5 years you were there.
Yeah. So
according to LinkedIn.
Yeah. So that was Reflex it was fun because the industry was so different then.
Yeah.
And there were a few other players, but the reality is it was every tour or whatever, someone serviced office, oh well, that's Regis, isn't it? It's Regis. I think Tog had a few buildings. Boutique were called Venture. MWB.
Yes.
And that was kind of it. And then Reflex. And we were slightly different to all of them because we were, I guess, semi-serviced. We didn't have anyone based on site. We managed everything remotely from our head office, which was in Fitzrovia.
Nice.
Great place to work. So it kind of I worked for Reflex for a couple of years under the Reflex banner. David and Robert were, I think at the time, they were seeking investment, and they ended up being offered the opportunity to sell the business.
Yeah.
So Clarendon came on board.
I know.
And then I did a couple of years with Clarendon under, I guess, still within the Reflex portfolio.
So 4.5 years you did there, and kind of what happened, because you said you've done full circle. So
so effectively when I was there, as I said, I was a junior, so I was brought in basically to help out. So if someone needed someone to do a sales tour and they weren't available, I would do it. Operationally, day-to-day management, I was doing it. I think at my kind of early stage, I was learning I was literally fixing floor ports.
You were 360 in.
Yeah, like anything. Right. And I think the reality is, you're kind of talking about what doesn't happen anymore. I'm sure it still does in some capacity, but for me, I literally understand the nuts and bolts of a managed or serviced office. I know how it works from underneath the.
That's why you're where you are now.
Right. So, but it was an incredible kind of learning experience from me, and even now I truly value like the opportunity that I had to actually just learn.
Yeah.
Someone gave me, I didn't have kind of real work experience or whatever it may be, and we just had a chat and we got on, and that's really important.
The importance of being in the office as well.
Correct. Like being around people. Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate. We were in an open plan office, not many of us. I think there was probably 10 in the office. But, the lady who ran the operations team was to my left, the GM was to my right, the head of sales was next to him, and then the owners of the business were in the room as well. So everything all the way through, I'm listening to what's actually happening and how you run a business. What's important, what are the key elements to that. I was there kind of breathing it. And it was an incredible learning experience. And then, the market changed. So their timing when they moved on, so when Clarendon took over, that's when WeWork opened their first site or two. And, the thing about WeWork is that they came on board and it was so different and a massive breath of fresh air to so many people. I went from me doing tours from the sales from someone who would come from Venture or wherever, and it would be similar quality, similar service, similar price. To one day someone came in, they're like, well, where's the beers? Or like, where's the table tennis table? There's no like amenities, like what's going on here? And so the market drastically changed for the better. Look at the room we're sitting in now.
I know.
I used to meeting rooms that we would have in, not just us, across people's portfolios, companies' portfolios, would be basements. It kind of excess space. Do you remember it was excess space that they thought, well, I'll turn this into a meeting room because I can't rent it as an office. Generally, that's historically how it was. So it changed for the better. So as I said, went through the kind of couple of years with Clarendon while the market was evolving. Had the opportunity to move to Labs.
Where we are right
now. Where we are now, which was a great team, like really, really fun period of my life. So I went there just to do sales. So I worked in the sales team, kind of all we were doing all day, every day was trying to do deals, trying to get people into the offices. At the time when I saw Labs, it was like, this is a great product. It was it was almost like a boutique hotel.
I get that feeling.
Like a really nice vibe. So what was different for me was I was selling a product that because I didn't historically work just in sales. I worked across the business, and now my focus is selling offices, but these are offices that I would take. Like, this is a great place to sell offices, because why wouldn't everyone want to be here? It was that, that was the feeling I had when I came across to Labs. So that was really, really fun time, really great. And as I said, the market was evolving and all these new brokerages and agencies were popping up. We were having
one-man bands.
It was incredible. Like, there was all these events happening, and we were really like, from a social point of view, it was the best time. Like, what a time. So did that for just under a year. And effectively, David and Robert, who were the Reflex owners, wanted to get back into the market and reached out and said, do you want to go for a coffee or lunch? And I thought, what's going on here? And I've known from you for a few years.
What have you been up to?
So we had a chat, and they kind of said, look, we're looking at getting back into the market. I'm still in the market. You know, what do you think? What's changed? And we put our heads together and kind of, like, I guess MetSpace was born. So they'd already started the journey of creating the company, but they needed someone to come in and kind of spearhead that kind of launch and get on board.
Oh gosh, what a lovely journey you had. Quite seamless as well, it seems. Apart from your stint at AAT, but you quickly pivoted out of that, didn't you? So, one of the questions now is did you always know that you would end up on this path?
The path being serviced offices, or
just where you are right now, COO of MetSpace. Did you think you would be where you are?
Do you know what? I don't think I've ever really given a great deal of time to reflect on that, nor
you will now.
I will now. But nor had I. As you go through these journeys, I think you get opportunities kind of present themselves. I think if you surround yourselves with the right people and you kind of take opportunities, the right opportunities, and you put good judgment into things, I think the possibilities of doing what I'm doing now, it was always there to happen. But if you ask me while I was at Labs, would I be anywhere else? But absolutely not. Like, this is a great job, So probably the answer is no. I think I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, but I don't think I'd given a huge amount of thought into when I'm, by the time I'm 25 years old, do I want to be COO of a managed office company?
Like, brilliant. I love it.
Not,
So I got you on the show because I thought, this is such a great story for someone to be where you are and as young as you are.
I appreciate
personally, I think,
Yeah, no, thank you very much.
Age is just a number, but it's obviously your skills and your, like you say, you obviously knew people, you knew the market, you knew the nuts and bolts, like you say, so you were the right person for the job. Yeah,
and I think also belief in what we were doing. I think that some people take opportunities to, do you want to come and do this job? It pays X. You're like, well, that money sounds good, I'll give it a go. So we've never sold before. It's that kind of thing. Whereas we sat down and had this conversation about what is the market and where it's going. And I think what they always say, and I experienced from being there, is that Reflex, we had, the largest office we had was maybe 12 desks.
Yeah.
And we were finding the clients really liked being with us. Some of our clients were with us for 18 years.
Wow.
Renewing it a year at a time or 6 months at a time. Others 15 years, 14 years, amazing.
That's the great
length
thing.
of, like durations they were with us for. On short-term agreements, and some of them would get to a point where they were happy at the size they were. Other businesses were growing, and they'd say, "Well, can you support me in the next stage of growth?" The answer was no.
So got the space.
Where are these people going? Because no one was really doing it. WeWork started doing a few enterprise floors and instant offices, of course.
Yes.
Started doing some managed deals. Not anyone was really doing it in kind of a core like business, to the size or the capacity that the market needed. And we saw that really early on. Yeah. So belief in it is the other thing. I think that we all still to this day, we're all sitting around saying like, this is what we're doing is right. What we're doing makes sense. Yeah. So when you believe in it, you can really push that on.
And 7 years, 2 months later, according to LinkedIn, you're still here. And you're going to tell us a little bit about what you do in a day in a minute. But so who or what gave you that real push in your career?
In terms of individuals or
family or friends or, first of all, your friend who introduced you to.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one because I think for that, it was just he could have probably offered me the opportunity to go and speak to anyone in property, and I would have said, I'll have the meeting.
Of course.
Kind of at the time, I just wanted a job. I just wanted a job, and I didn't really know. I figured that things will just sort of find its way. It will sort itself out. So I think really it was probably at the time when as I said, I really enjoyed what I was doing. And just having the conversations and kind of thinking, I think David said something to me like, I said, I've got a great job. And he said something like, but do you? Do you, what does that? And I said, well, what do you mean? What does that mean? He's like, well, sure, it's great, but where are you going to go? What are you going to do next? What do you want to do next? And I kind of thought, well, actually, he's probably right. It's a great job and I really, really enjoyed it. But what he was asking me is, do you want to push yourself to the next level?
Wow.
Do you want to try and do that? And I kind of thought, well, I'll have a bit of that. So
he's your push then.
And I think, he's got quite a way. He's got away with his words. He kind of straight, very blunt, kind of to the point. But I think it was something like that kind of, and I guess to jump back, I didn't say yes on the first. I think we met 3 times by the time I was eventually like, you know what, I'll give this a go.
Yeah.
I just didn't think. I didn't think. I was just really enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Probably for the first time in a long time, I thought this is actually a really fun thing that I'm doing. Like work can be fun.
Yeah.
You know? And then, the opportunity came up and we had the conversation and I think they kind of gave me the push to actually do it. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Love that. So let's have a little chat about what you do in a day. So what does it look like? COO, what are you at MetSpace? What are you up to in a day?
Yeah, I suppose you have to be, I don't know if the term is a bit of a chameleon, because you have to adapt to whatever it is that you're needed to do on that particular minute, hour, whatever it may be. A lot of my day consists of, Ash, do you have a minute? Ash, can you look at this? Ash, can we talk about this? And that's
wearing many hats,
right? Yeah. But that's for me, the role of the CEO is to slot yourself into the business in the department or the area that needs you at that moment. So I oversee everything from maintenance, operational, sales. That's my core role. But on a particular day, it might be that I'll have meetings with Kieran, who runs our sales team, head of sales, who he's been in the industry a very long time, knows what he's talking about. We've got kind of to on a tangent, we've got a very, very experienced team across the whole board. So Nikki Mail, who's in our sales team, she's also been around for 12 plus years. So what we've done is we've built kind of a team of experts, a team of experts. That's exactly it. And all of these people, you can allow your team to be autonomous and come to you when they need you, but it's just almost it's just a bit of advice and kind of, well, let's what's the solution, and work together to do that. So on a day-to-day basis, it would consist of checking in on our sales team, so making sure that we're doing the deals that we need to be doing and keeping the clients that we must renew, keep it moving. Overseeing our operations team, which is headed up by someone called Ben Clinton, who also has been around for a long time. He's done years across serviced offices, and prior to that, hotels, which is such a key. There's so many transferable skills from it, but equally, I think there's stuff that historically might have been missing in the flexible office market that
came from hospitality.
Hospitality is just so crucial. So checking with him, making sure that everything's flowing the way it needs to be, are all our clients happy as they should be, and everything happening. Checking in with our acquisitions team. Are we growing?
I was going to say that.
Yeah. So all that's kind of my day to day, and then of course just sitting down with David and Robert and making sure that we're all doing the right things and making sure that everything's going the right way.
Checking boxes. Moving forward. Let's talk challenges. What's testing you right now in your role?
What's testing me? That's a great question. I think something that comes up a lot is there's a huge, the last few years, what we do, so managed offices, there's been huge growth in our kind of sector of the flexible office market. It's popping up all over the place. New operators or existing operators growing, and the reality of it is great. I've always kind of said that when you sell your house, you don't look at you kind of look online at like what else is selling in the area, and it's kind of like a positive, like, oh, well, they've just sold, that's great. But for some reason in serviced offices, it was always like, it's competition. It's competition. Like and it shouldn't be, we've got great products, we do different things. And I think the challenge at the moment is that you get potential occupiers through the door who have seen something that's been called a managed office, and it's very different to our managed office, and that's a challenge.
Blurring the lines.
Yeah, because different price points, what's included, what's the service like,
and is it not transparent enough? Is that what you?
I think each business. Well, each business is probably very transparent in what they do. I don't think anyone's hiding anything. Like, this is what we do and this is what we offer. But then the next tour are offering something different. Whereas you remember the serviced office tours, you'd go in and it's like, well, the difference is the fit out. Really, we all do the same thing. And it's slightly different, it's changed. We offer all of our spaces on license agreements, which for us is brilliant, because it means someone can turn up, sign it on the day, and move in the next day if they wanted to, and that does happen. People do move in within a couple of days, which is great. Some of the industry, or some of the market, is they're letting their space on leases, short form leases, and then bolting on a managed contract. And again, brilliant product, great product, but it's different. And the challenge then is someone comes in, they say, well, why is it different? And that is a challenge, because how long do you have on a tour these days?
Yeah.
You know, our sales
to educate
team,
them in that short space of time.
It's a really busy day for them. You might get 5 to 10 minutes on a tour. And in that time you're saying,
yeah,
this is all the stuff we do, trying to get it in. And
there's so many different
and then also
offerings.
trying to sell the space.
Yeah.
So that's probably the biggest challenge, I'd say, at the moment.
At least you're aware of it.
For sure.
Yeah.
We're all aware of it.
Yeah.
Just need to find, we need to find the solution. Get our heads together and find the solution.
That's it.
Yeah.
And where do you think the industry is heading at the moment? What excites you?
We just see the growth going to continue. I think that there's
such good news.
Yeah, the property market it's big. It's big. There's loads of space available in London, tons, enough for all of us to go at. I think what's going to be interesting, or what has been interesting and will continue to be, is the managed office section of that market.
Yeah,
it's taking a little bit from serviced.
Yep.
And it's growing into that kind of lease market where there's this crossover now, which is great, meaning that we're seeing growth. We're seeing growth, and I think it's actually given everyone, similar to when WeWork first popped up, it's giving everyone a kick to up your game.
Yeah,
offices all look great now. Most offices most offices you walk into, regardless of whether it's managed or not, are fitted to a good quality. So yeah, we see it continue. It's a really, really positive market.
Yeah, I love it. And sort of AI and remote working and tech and all that sort of stuff. Is there anything that sort of you're pushing with that on that side of things?
Yeah, it's interesting. So I think remote working is very difficult for a managed office company, because we don't know if the phone rings and someone needs to be available. Yeah. If someone lives an hour away, that's minimum an hour that it's going to take them to get there. Yeah. Or if someone wants to view in 10 minutes, they're like, well, I'm not in London today. So everyone's in the office Monday to Friday.
I think you have to be.
For us, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we're finding, obviously, with our clients, it's a mixed bag. We're finding most of them are coming back, but naturally we're renting them an office, so you think they would take use of it.
Yeah. Oh, you'd be surprised.
But sometimes Mondays,
Labs, isn't it? I see so many empty, because I come in every day. I see Mondays and Fridays.
I was going to say Mondays and Fridays are still quieter for sure.
It's getting better though. I think
it's definitely I love
Fridays.
Go back a few. Yeah, Fridays in town are great, right?
Yeah.
But go back a few years. No, everyone thought they were never going to be back in the office again. Like, I'm just going to be at home now.
True.
And as we said before, being around people, it's so important.
Crucial.
It's so important
for growth and development.
Exactly. So there's definitely space for remote working generally, and for some people it gives them a little bit of flexibility in their personal life outside of work, which is, I think is an important thing. Everyone's got a life. So if it enables you to do things, but equally for us, we have to be in the office. It's just our business. So you have to practice what you preach, right? We're renting offices out.
Absolutely. The great thing is as well, I think for companies, they can take less space, the amount of employees, whereas before it was, we have to have a desk for every single employee.
For sure.
Now it's kind of like, you have to book your desk, or, are you coming in? And they know that the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays are days when it's going to be a little more,
Yeah, we're definitely finding that. Some of our clients are doing exactly that. So less desks than they have people. Sure, but so like you said, it's less than they would have been paying.
Exactly. House 300.
Sure.
Yeah. Where it is now for the moment. And AI, is that a friend or foe in your world? Are you using it?
Yeah, I think with tech, there's always a conversation about companies using tech for the sake of tech.
Yeah.
So, you could speak to an AI assistant to go through a booking process, and you end up having a question after a question after a question, whereas historically you'd click the drop down, click the answer you want and move on. Yeah. So tech for the sake of tech, I don't agree with. I don't think it's necessary. I think it's just something that people are doing to be part of it, I suppose. But AI, we've got a team of programmers in our office who build our kind of back end infrastructure.
Wow. Okay.
So we do it all in house. And what AI has enabled them to do is mind-boggling. It blows your mind what they're capable of. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So I can't remember the exact metrics, but for what they were able to do in a month, they could possibly do in 3 days. And you think that's just incredible. It's insane.
I think what AI is doing is taking those mundane tasks, or tasks that would have taken time, say, so that we've got more time to interact with each other on a person to person.
100%. 100%. It's great for spreadsheets as well.
Yeah.
You're like, build me a spreadsheet that lays out it's incredible.
I'm still blown away by it.
Some of the stuff, I mean, even not just for work purposes, like some of the videos you see, and you're now starting to think, you're actually looking to see like, well, where is the bit that gives away the AI now?
Yeah.
Insane.
It is.
Insane.
It is. I'm always thinking, is that real or not?
No.
Or am I being a bit naive?
Yeah. I didn't know Ashley rode horses.
You're great. You can get people in fights and all sorts, can't you? There's so many funny videos out there that you can make of yourself. I think I did one when my first stint with, I think it was Grok, I think is one of them. Yeah, it made me step off of a private jet, it head to toe in fur.
There you go.
I was about 4 stone thinner. I was like, this is great. I look amazing.
Rachel's doing well.
Clearly it was AI. But yeah, it's so much fun as well, isn't it? But yeah, you do have to be careful with it because whatever you input, you know, it may not bring out the correct information. So you've got to check.
You have to,
especially in work, you know.
100%. And often there's noticeable things about an email that's come from AI, and you see like, okay,
yeah,
that's been written for you.
She couldn't be bothered today. I know the giveaways as well. Yeah. I'm like, remove those dashes.
The irony is, I write with dashes.
Me too.
And people started saying, you know, you say, and no, like that's just how I've always. I don't know.
It's a dash.
I don't know. Maybe we're AI. Maybe we just didn't realise it.
Oh dear. So ESG is a buzzword. I think it's now becoming the word. What does it really mean to you in your work?
Yeah, it's important. I think there's two elements to it. One is for us as a business, it's important.
Yes.
It just is. It's something that we care about. But two, the businesses that we're renting space to, more and more of them are asking questions about ESG and sustainability. So we need to, one, be able to answer them, but two, be able to cater for what it is they're looking for, you know. And I think the other one, which is something we're talking a lot about at the moment, is there's a lot of fit outs going on, spaces being, fitted out and made to look really nice.
Yeah.
That's your opportunity to look at your ESG.
Yes.
In a few years' time, the EPC ratings, you're going to have to be a B to be able to even rent space out.
Gosh.
So
better be on board if you're not.
The thing is, it's an investment into your space, because if you don't do it now, you're doing it in a few years and it's going to cost you twice because you've not done it the first time. So it's important, and we believe in it. We believe in it. So it's a key part of our fit outs.
I love seeing offices sort of upcycle furniture that's barely been used. I think it was majority of the time they would throw all the old furniture and the old furnishings and bring in new. Now it's like, upcycle, let's save it.
100%. But the interesting thing is we do it with the fit out as well. So if there's glass left over, we'll say to the fit out company, or they'll say, we want to keep this. How can we find a way to use this within the space? So upcycle whatever's in there, trying to make use of it and not throw it all in a skip.
I love it.
Yeah, but also, like you said, with furniture, I think what's key for us is, because we speculatively fit the spaces out, you walk into effectively what you're going to be renting. The furniture, you need to think about longevity of it. So we're not buying these outrageous kind of red booths that someone might like, and then the next person says, actually, I don't really fancy that. You need to be thinking about that from a sustainability point of view. Is this furniture? And some of the spaces that we got day one, now 7 years later, still being some of the furniture, like the desks and chairs, are still in good condition, still being used. And it's only if something breaks, we'll try and fix it, and if not, it would be replaced. And that's the only reason why it would be replaced.
Saving as well, isn't
100%. 100%.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love upcycling.
Yeah,
I think it's great. So do you think the industry is innovating fast enough, or are we still playing catch up?
I think the industry being commercial property, no. It's kind of, our part of it has been innovating and pushing on and creating these new products that the market needs and wants, and we're pushing that. We're growing, and we're making the agents that 5 years ago were saying it's not going to work. What you're talking about is not going to work. They're now selling it. They're now talking about it. So we've given them a real kick, and it's happening. So the innovation is now happening. It's happening. So
love that.
Yeah.
So looking back, what moment or project are you still proud of today?
I mean, the project being MetSpace is pretty. I'm pretty proud of what we've done.
Yes.
In terms of like individual spaces, we've just recently done a deal. We're working closely with one of our landlord partners is the Crafts Council.
Okay.
So they are a charity that are everything to do with crafts. So making it accessible and putting on classes and things like that. And they've got their own little gallery. It's really cool. So they have their head office on Pentonville Road.
Yeah.
With a really cool event space on the ground floor. And effectively they were looking at, they've got a second floor in the building that was underutilized. It wasn't being used. So I think they had it on the conventional market for a little while to no avail. We got introduced to the opportunity and we partnered with them.
Oh, how exciting.
We worked with them to do the fit out. Have a look online. It looks it's really cool what we've done there. We did a little launch party last week or the week before. They came along. So the guys at the Crafts Council came along. Our team had all the brokers and agents come down there. And I think what I'm proud of with that is that it should let imminently. We've just launched it. But for me, I think when that lets, there's a really nice story behind it. So again, with an ESG point of view, we got their EPC up from I think a D to a B.
Wow.
In that space, but as part of this fit out. So there's a story there. What they do, I think, is really cool.
Yeah.
Lovely people, like so nice to work with. So as a project, it's just great to be involved with. Yeah.
I'm going to have a look at that.
Yeah, have a look. And I think another one that we like is similar situation, another landlord partner that we're working with, they had underutilized space in their building in Clerkenwell, and we let the floor that they weren't using to the WSL, so the Women's Super League.
Oh wow.
And that's something women's football I'm a massive advocate for. Like, I actually used to coach women's football, so I've always thought it's something that deserves a lot more respect and a lot more time. And the WSL came out of Wembley to look for their first head office, and we were successful in letting one to them. So they're with us now, and that's something that's really cool as well. Just a great business, but a great organisation, and something I quite like.
Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, well, listen, and you've got more proud moments to come, I'm sure. Yeah, you've still got a long, long time ahead of you, career-wise.
Yeah. Well, I hope in life as well.
Yeah. Oh, in life, we can't do one without the other, can you? I love that. So, what's something you wish you knew when you were just starting out?
I think actually that something that I think drastically changed for a lot of people after COVID is that this kind of personality, there's like your work personality and your personality, and it used to be two different things. Crossed over only a little bit, and kind of coming out the back of that and coming back into work, I say everyone feel more relaxed. Like people aren't selling suits anymore. You know, everyone's wearing kind of smart casual dress to work, and everyone's a lot more, I don't know if like friendly is the word, because everyone's always been what they've been, but
life's a bit easier at work, I think.
Just people. Yeah, I just think people are more human. Like the kind of that nature's come out. And I think that something that I don't regret anything, but something that would have been quite nice to know is that you don't need to be someone you're not. Kind of, it's definitely, you want to push yourself and you want to put your best self forward, but you can, just like we're having now, just have a chat. I don't need to sit here with a list of all these things and say, well, I want to talk to you today about, like be yourself. And I think that's something that you kind of want, everyone really should know when you start a job, is like, relax, listen, and learn, but be yourself.
I wish I'd known. I think you do. You're so right. You bring somebody else because you think that's what they want to see.
Sure.
But then you're not going to slot in and fit in as you may not be happy.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say you might fit in.
You're masking,
but it's not you.
Yeah. Well, like your AAT, for instance.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly it. So I think that's probably it. Just be yourself. Just relax.
Nice. Relax. Love that.
Yeah.
So if someone came to you tomorrow saying, I want to do what you do, what would you say to them?
Why?
You don't mean
no,
that.
No, I think I'd probably say, great. Why not? It's, people ask about the industry. What an industry.
It is.
Like, there's a reason why some of the people you speak to, and most people think our industry started a few years ago.
No.
Like, some of the people that we know,
Yes.
they've been doing it since I was born.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I mean, David and Robert, I was born when they started.
Yeah.
But they founded Reflex in 98, 99.
Yeah.
So that's how long they've been going. And then, there's a reason why they're still doing it all these years later. It's such a great industry to be in.
Yeah, it is.
It's evolved over time, of course.
I love watching people in their careers. Obviously, being in, I was in flex recruitment for decades.
Yeah.
And I just love to see people develop. And,
Sure. It's incredible.
It is such a great industry.
Yeah.
And some great people in there, some real good characters, but I feel like some real nice, genuine.
Exactly.
So if you are a genuine, great person, 100%. This is a great sector to be in.
I think so. And I think also the kind of, if they say someone, why would you want to do this? Is there's because it's such a big, it's sort of growing, but it's a large industry now, and there's so many different elements to it. There's so many roles and opportunities. So if someone, we've always said, if someone comes into our business and likes the idea of working in an environment where they can basically learn about business, how to sell or how to look after an operations team, and they say, well, actually, I'm kind of thinking I'd like to give it a go, doing a few tours.
Yeah.
All right.
Try.
Give it a go.
Yeah. It's very enjoyable.
Yeah. I'd say do it. Yeah. If someone said, I want to do it. Why not? Why not?
You seem happy.
I'm definitely happy.
Love that. So, right, let's switch off from work. What do you like to do outside your day job when you get a minute?
I mean, for me, it's football, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Have to do it.
Love that.
Part of us. We bleed blue and all that. Dog.
Oh.
Love my dog.
What dog? What have you got?
We've got a Cavapoo.
Oh, I love
Cooper.
him.
Legend.
Cooper.
Legend. Yeah. He's on our website, so check him out. Chief of Happiness. Yeah.
Chief of Happiness.
Well, you don't even know him. I mentioned his name and you're happy. So he's everyone loves him. So
that's brilliant. Do you have dogs in the offices?
He comes in once or twice a week.
Do you let your clients, because we have dogs over in here?
Oh yeah, I mean it varies building to building, but as a business, MetSpace is a dog friendly business. So I mean, what's funny is I'll walk in on a, say he comes in on a Tuesday, I'll open the door, he'll bolt in, and then I'll walk in.
Oh, there's his owner behind him. Exactly, yeah. Oh, exactly. What love.
So
I love
time of that. So spending time with my wife and him, like kind of walking the dog on a weekend, and
great time at the moment. It's nice and sunny.
Best time. And trying to keep fit, do some sport.
Oh, it's just trying to fit it all in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Juggling life, wearing many hats.
Yeah.
So last one. What's the best bit of advice you've ever been given?
I think there's someone who does our fit outs, Joe Gillam at Soul Spaces. He said something to me. I asked him a couple of years ago. I think I had someone I knew was looking at potentially getting into design, and he said, I said to him, would you mind having a chat with him? And he said to me something I've been told. And he's now passed on to me, is effectively there's no such thing as a bad conversation. So it doesn't mean accept every time someone says, oh, can we have a chat? And you can imagine how many emails we get.
Of course.
But it's, talk to people, listen. You learn so much just from listening. And I think you meet these people and it might be a completely random conversation about whatever, and off the back of it you think, oh, do you know what, that's pretty interesting. I wonder how we can fit that into our lives or our work. So I think that's probably one of the main things is kind of listen and have these conversations. And the other one is something that I've just always kind of, I'm not sure where the advice came from. It's probably biblical, isn't it? But is treat people how you want to be treated. I think that there's so many pressures in life. Everyone has, whatever it may be. And you need to just accept the fact that if you go around and you treat people nicely and kindly with thoughtfulness, listen to what they're saying, give them the responses that you would want to get back. You can't do wrong by doing right, if you see what I mean. So just treat people how you want to be treated.
And also you don't know what battles people are facing.
Battles
Day
they're
to day.
facing, what may have happened that morning,
Yeah,
on the way
exactly.
to the interview,
We
or
try and
whatever
think
it may
that.
be. Like,
Yeah.
it's people go through things, and you kind of think, you know what, it happens.
Life happens.
We've all been
doesn't it?
there. We've all had bad days and whatever. But I think it's thicker than that, because it's the conversation, like, clients that we have. Put yourselves in their shoes.
Yes.
If there's a leak in the office, what would you do if you were in that office?
Yeah, exactly.
You want it fixed.
Yeah.
So let's fix it.
Yeah.
And yeah, they might be frustrated because there was the door was locked, or whatever it might have been, or jammed, and it's frustrating. Of course, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
So we'll have a conversation. We'll sort it out. We'll get it sorted. Be nice. Be nice to people. Be thoughtful, and that's
but get it fixed.
the best advice. Just get it fixed.
Oh, Ashley, thank you so much for coming down and sharing your journey. It's been fascinating. I've really enjoyed chatting to you. And no doubt people might want to reach out to you for some advice, or people wanting to do what you do.
Yeah.
How did you get to where you got to? So is that okay?
Yeah, well, as I said, good conversations.
That's it.
By all means, reach out, and yeah, for sure.
Ashley said it here. And that's it for today's episode of Wear Many Hats. It's been an absolute pleasure. Please do share, forward on Ashley's podcast to anyone that's wanting to get into the FM property management or sort of workspace industry. Until next time, take care.